All right, it's time to play. And right now, we're going to do several things. First off, we made a chicken broiler, and it's not quite working the way we want to, so we're going to tweak it a little bit with a bit of information I found by looking at other videos, other contributors. We have the sheep shearer outside that I'm going to show to you, and it's working really good. So I'll show you what we did there, and what we want to do is create a little building around it so that it it has its own little place. And then we created, because we're on a multiplayer server now, by the way, and today we have several players on the server with us. So Icy Knight and Redstone Ninja and Caffeinated are all on the server with us today, along with Garrett and Robert. We're playing together, and so what I want to do is I want to show Garrett's base and Robert's base. Now, Robert says he admittedly doesn't have all that much there, but he created a path from my nether portal building room straight over to his place through another nether portal so that we can go back and forth. So that's cool. And Garrett did the same. So we're going to go take a quick trip through the nether to their bases, go take a look and see what they've done too. And, we might see one of our other players passing by and we'll say hi. And at other points in time, we'll go take a look at their stuff and let them kind of show what they're doing and the fancy things that they're accomplishing too. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So first thing I want to do is go ahead and go outside and show you our building that does the sheep shearing. And so what we have here is we have Mr. Sheep sitting in here. We have an observer waiting for the sheep to eat the grass. After the observer observes that the sheep is eating the grass, which of course he won't eat the grass until he's got his coat back, his wool coat back. And so once he eats the grass, then I have a dispenser that dispenses a shear. And once the dispenser dispenses the shear shears the sheep, and then the shearing drops the wool, which gets caught in a hopper and put into a chest that we access right down here in this little hole. So we can look there and see that we've gotten 64 plus 53 red wool so far. We dyed the sheep red, by the way, just before we set this thing loose to start working. So we're going to create a wall around this, but I want to create some stone to make the wall. I don't want just to have, just to have dirt around it. Although we've got dirt here, that's fine. Dirt inside is fine. But I want to create a decent home here for our little sheep that's giving so much to our world here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting some brick and getting the building built. And I'll let you see it right after we get done, and then we'll move on to other things. Okay, see you in a moment. Okay, so I have finished the little building for my sheep shearing shack. Trying to say that real quick.
That's perfect. The sheep shearing shack.
And so, I've created a nice peaked roof on it and made brick to do that with, and made a nice peak here to go along with everything on the side of my house here. It went just high enough to be under this first row of roofing going up to the main part, and put a copper door on it just for the fun of it. And I can come down here and check to see if I've got any more wool. And I have 7 more wool since the last time we checked. So everything appears to be working just fine. We can walk around and we can take a look inside and see that Sally the sheep is still giving her wool. And here's the building from the inside look. Pretty cool. And there we go. Looks like I need to make sure that I close the door when I come in. And there we go. Pretty cool. Nice door. So there's our sheep shearing shack, and it's all nice and buttoned down, ready to go. And now on to the next thing. Let's go take a quick look. Oh, by the way, I replaced this door with a copper door too, because you make the copper doors in batches of 3. So I just replaced the 2 wooden doors with a copper door. This one's already turned green over here, and I like the green. This color is kind of blah, but when they turn green, they'll be nice color. Nice addition to the rest of the house. Okay, so let's come on down here and let's take a look at this. Now, the challenge here is that we're, like I said before, we're getting a lot of feather and no cooked chicken or raw chicken. That's not the way things are supposed to go. Basically, you're supposed to get, the feathers off the cooked chicken. You shouldn't be getting raw chicken. So things aren't quite right. In doing a little bit of research, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and lower the chest down one, and we need to go ahead and I'm going to crouch down here. We got a hopper down here, and lower this hopper down one and put another hopper on a rail cart just above it. The effect of that will be to raise the hopper just a slight bit because it'll be in the rail car on top of the rails. In doing so, then, it will, being a little bit higher, it will cook the chicken instead of just giving me the feathers and killing the chicken. At least so says the sources on the internet. Google loves to play games with you, so we'll see if it actually works. So I'm going to go ahead and work and do that part, and I'll look forward to seeing you in just a few. Okay, so now what I've done so far is I've carved out and taken out the chest and taken out the hopper that was here, and I lowered the hopper into here. I lengthened out the channel here so we can get down there with stairs. Just kind of made it a little bit pretty. And now what I want to do, I've collected a bunch of goods. And so in collecting the goods, I need to first put rails on top of this. Okay. And then I need to grab the minecart with the hopper and put it on top of there. And we're going to come over here and put the chest under. And I need a chest there. And we'll go ahead and put the chest in there. Oh, that's why it wouldn't go. Okay, so the glass is there.
I think we need just one little modification.
Okay.
With the hopper, when you placed it, it was facing straight down. So we actually need to pick up the minecart and the rail and the hopper. We need to hold shift and look at the chest and then place it. So the bottom of the hopper is looking at the chest.
Oh, so we got the one hopper going down that's in the minecart and the other hopper going sideways, which goes to the chest.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. I can...
Super quick change.
Okay. I'm going to crouch so I can see it, and I want to... All right, so let's put the rail on top of that.
There you go.
And then I need the Minecraft cart. Yep, thank you. Okay, does that look good now?
And that's it.
All right, let's see if our cluckers do it right this time.
Oh, you want to go take a trip to the nether, see what we've done over there?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So now what we want to do is we want to go through the portal, and I want to show you the path that Garrett has built to his place and Robert has built to his place so that we can get there quickly and not have to go through a boat and over the water and all that walking. So here we go.
So my base is this direction.
Wait, how cool. How cool is this?
In the fully covered tunnel.
Fully covered tunnel with lights, hanging lights even.
See, you wouldn't even know you're in the nether if it weren't for the creepy sounds.
Other than the creepy sounds, yeah. And here's Robert's place. Ooh. What is this, Robert?
So this was me kind of refiguring out how to make a flower farm.
Uh-huh.
So let's see.
Plant farm of some sort?
Yeah, it generates flowers and stuff. Let me grab some bone meal and turn it on for just a sec. It's really loud.
And you sleep out in the out of doors, huh?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really set up much of a place. I'm trying to get all the materials and stuff to make it, but
Is your portal missing an obsidian block up here in the upper corner?
yeah, I didn't quite have enough. I'm doing things on the cheap down here.
Okay.
Okay. But if you hop up onto this block right here, you can see you can see what's going to happen as soon as I get things connected up.
Okay.
So,
Well, you've got a redstone block here. You
yep.
got redstone paths going here and there, and you got a redstone torch there. Okay.
Yep, I just have a standard, what they call a hopper clock, which
It just goes back and forth.
just goes back and forth, and that shakes this table back and forth, basically, as I inject it with bone meal from the bottom. So as soon as I turn this on, it's going to be kind of loud.
Oh, I see the whole pattern. The whole path is going back and forth. Ooh.
Right.
And with the bone meal, it just grows really fast.
Right.
And you've got it enclosed in glass so that you can collect it easier?
Yeah, because otherwise things are falling around. Unfortunately, I don't have an automatic collection yet. So I have to come around the back here and just run around and collect everything up real quick. And yeah, so simple farm, not...
Well, that's way cool. And you got a big bamboo farm growing over here, too.
Yes, I'm going to be building one of my main buildings out here out of bamboo.
Out of bamboo, even. That's cool. Well, do you know where Garrett's place is?
Yep, I can take you over there.
All right, I'm going to go through your portal again.
Yep,
Wavy,
he's just
wavy.
the opposite direction that we just went.
Wavy, wavy, and
Across the dark bridge.
way cool. Of course, Robert's is nicely lit.
Mine is safe. It's well lit.
And this is my portal, right?
Yep. And Garrett's portal is up the dark bridge that's open to the elements.
Look, mine's safe
Dangerous.
if you run.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
dangerous, adventurous.
Adventures. Yeah. And this is Garrett.
And this is Garrett's portal, so we can
You
go
see how
see
close we are?
what Garrett has been up to. Okay, so what you got to show?
Huh?
You got
Take a look around. Got a bit of a cow farm. I just finished
They're all
building
getting pushed
myself.
up against that packed wall. Okay.
So this is just a bigger version of what you have. He just has room for a lot more cows.
Okay.
Yep. Because I needed a lot of books and a lot of leather. So, haven't bred them in a while because I ran out of the need, but
So you just feed them and make them happy, and they pop out little cows, and the little cows end up over here.
yep.
Okay. And what do you have up here? You got a
This
switch
is
and a
a-
trail cart.
Go ahead and flip the switch.
Okay. So the rail cart's going back and forth, but what are we producing?
Copper, actually. So you put copper in this top chest and coal in the chest right below it, and they distribute it between all of these smelters. And out here in the output, over here, you'll see
Copper ingot, huh?
copper ingots filling up that chest.
Wow. And all you have to do is make sure that these upper chests stay full of the appropriate coal and copper ore.
And it's way faster than trying to do it yourself.
Oh, there's another cart back there.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
So the one in the top puts in the thing that's to be smelted. The one that inserts in the back inserts the coal.
Interesting. Well, that's
So
cool.
go ahead and go around back. I've got a second hopper system in the back for it to deliver the coal.
Okay, and those hoppers go sideways then, huh? Instead of down?
Mm-hmm.
And then the hoppers, the lower row of hoppers is the one that brings them to the chest, all the
Yep.
way back to the chest.
And you'll notice that all of those are angled into the next one.
Yep, I see that.
So yeah, this is my little house. It's nothing special. But yeah, here I've got
Okay.
my enchanting and market over here.
So your house is nothing special. Huh?
Yeah, it's just got my storage in it.
It's just wood. Huh? And then over here is your enchanting room.
Mm-hmm. And my
There's-
marketplace.
And your marketplace. Those look like people. Are
Those are
trapped
villagers. They have their market stalls that they are happy to stay in. Don't get too close to the lecterns.
I guess so. What was happening? Were they
There's
hitting
magma
me?
underneath. There's magma underneath the lecterns. It allows me to look. I can pick these up, but they don't want to step on the magma, so they don't ever leave.
Interesting.
And it means that
If you ever wanted evidence that Garrett is evil, right there. They're not only trapped there, and now he's hitting me for saying this. He's trapped them there and pinning them in with magma.
Look. Oh.
You just broke my helmet.
Look.
You saw that. I had it.
You had a helmet.
There you go.
You just.
Now you have a helmet. You have a diamond helmet, in fact.
Wow. See, he is a good guy.
And so
An
what's this
enchanted
golem
diamond
doing over here?
He is from my very poor iron farm. But
Okay, so-
I didn't actually look over the design.
So you have
yeah.
been busy, Garrett.
Yeah. Well, and then I got one last thing to show you,
Okay.
which is down here. Follow me. There's a bit of a hole that you'll have to jump down, but you can follow me. This is a geode, and you've got amethysts all over the place. You got these buddy amethysts that create these amethyst shards. They're pretty cool.
Okay. They are pretty cool. Okay. You just threw 12 at me.
Mm-hmm. And this is my zombie grinder.
Okay. A zombie grinder, huh?
Yeah, it's a mob farm, but specifically for zombies. You look through this window, it's kind of hard to see, but you could see a
Yep.
you could see a
mob
spawner,
cage. Yeah, spawner.
and it spawns into that room, and they're all funneled to this pedestal right here in the middle of the room. It'll take a moment. The way's kind of long. I didn't build this optimally.
What's that over there that you're looking at, Robert?
This is another villager trader, but he specifically trades zombie flesh, which you're going to get when killing all these zombies. So it's just a clever way for him to get rid of all the rotten flesh he gets from killing the zombies, and he gets a few emeralds out of it that he can trade for other fun stuff.
Interesting.
And because this particular villager needs the brewing stand, and look right next to you, a zombie just showed up.
Okay, and you just kill it now?
Yep. And now, one feature that I've added to this is that it lifts them up really high and then drops them just enough that they're at the edge of their health. You could even go through and punch them to death.
Really? Just with your arm?
Just with your arm. Though it's a lot more efficient if you use a sword.
They spawn, they end up here and drop down on this table.
Yep.
And because the table's only got one, just a one or a half a gap?
A half a block gap.
Can I come over here and help you kill your zombies for a while when I need levels?
Yep.
So, what is the difference between yours and mine that your zombies are here and not dying?
I just don't think that you or Robert have set up the fall trap correctly.
Oh, we did set up. Okay, so what is correct?
You have to have it at exactly the right number of blocks.
Okay, so what's
if they fall too far, they die. If they don't fall far enough, it's hard to kill them.
Okay, right now they're all dying for me. So how far is high enough they don't die? But
23 blocks.
Okay. I think we did 25 blocks, Robert.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so 23
so
blocks. So we just need to raise up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the tour, Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate looking. Could you lead us back to your portal?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Garrett. As soon as Robert pops out, I will go with him and back through the portal and see if I can make it across his dark bridge.
Okay.
All right. Now what I want to do, now that we're back from visiting Garrett also, in the process, gave me 2 mending books. So from what I understand, I can go up to my enchanting room up in the 2nd floor. And my enchanting area is right here. And I can go ahead and I acquired an anvil. And so I need to put that in one of my hands here. There's an anvil there. And I'm just going to remove these out and put the 2 enchanting books here that I have. What I want to do is I want to enchant my leggings and my chest plate for mending, so that, just so that they last longer. And so in order to do that, from what I understand, I put the anvil right there. Okay. Boy, that was quite the sound.
How about you put it on the outside so it doesn't block the bookshelf in the enchanting book?
Oh, okay. We can do that. I can just pick it up with my pickaxe, right? So I'm going to put that right there. And from what I understand, then you can put the book on it. And I'm going to put the book on it. And I'm going to add the leggings to it. I'm going to swap the positions because it didn't work that way. And it looks like I had enchanted leggings. It costs me 2 enchantment cost. What does that mean?
So those are your levels. You're currently level 23.
Okay, so that's the levels down here, the experience levels. And now I can just take the pants here, and they are enchanted leggings. Okay, so let's do it again. That was so fun. Let's do it again. Okay, and I can go put that cursor there and say, okay, and enchanted test plate, boom. And now I can go ahead and equip them. And now if I take a beating, I'll keep on ticking, like Timex watch ad, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so now I've got an anvil. Now I know how to use it. And we've got a person in the community of our Minecraft server that is already got a villager farm that he's leveled up the villagers so he can get these books. Now he's charging an exorbitant price for them at the moment. We'll have to negotiate him down, or maybe get some competitor there that's willing to sell it for less. Get some competition. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Okay. All right. I think we're done for this episode. So if you enjoyed what we're doing here, like I show you on the screen, we have several folks that are online with us right now. I'm Doc PhD, Garrett is Garrett Hartwood, and Robert is Mamato, but you see there are others. Caffeinated Icy Knight, Megalith, and Redstone are all in there playing with us and building up their own places. And we'll go visit them once in a while, let them show us what we're doing. But if you enjoy this, become a member on YouTube or become a subscriber on Twitch, and we will send you an invitation to come join us on this Minecraft server. And if you enjoy playing with us, you can just keep on renewing that membership and keep playing with us as long as you like. I appreciate y'all coming, and thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you can, if you like it well enough, and consider subscribing, at least on YouTube, or becoming a follower on Twitch. And we'll look forward to seeing you again later. Thanks. Bye-bye.